The Beach Boys have been good to us.
I expect you to say that. Well, in a way, this channel, as it is,
such as it is,
was built on the Beach Boys, Genesis, and XTC.
Yeah, all my favorites.
Yeah, it's all about you.
My favorites.
We haven't talked about hardly anything.
This isn't the Pantera, Mission of Burma, June of 44 channel.
I'm sorry, what about Elvis or Gene Vincent or Hank Williams?
We don't go back that far
Frank
yet.
Sinatra, Bing Crosby, Russ Columbo.
Who are you?
Anyway, no, but really, we've done so many Beach Boys videos, but we missed a couple.
We saved them.
So Friends, we didn't talk about Friends. We haven't talked about Friends.
And this is an album I loved from the beginning, from the moment I first heard it.
At that time, when you started listening to Beach Boys, and I started listening to Beach Boys right after, following your lead.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's because I'm so much older than you. I'm wiser.
Well, you look it. This era of the Beach Boys, late 60s and the 70s, felt like this secret.
Yeah.
Because at that time, everyone heard early 60s Beach Boys. Some of those songs, you just knew them.
Yeah.
They were around. You knew them. You knew California Girls. You knew Fun, Fun, Fun. They were around. You knew those songs. And then it was like you heard Pet Sounds. But then after that, it's like if you went past that, you discovered
You're a loser. Oh.
Yeah. And you discovered this great secret. All of this incredible music.
Yes.
And it's important to say it was at that time. Because in 2000, 2001, this was still not really being championed.
No, it was before they had started re-releasing stuff, and there have been a lot of other compilations since then, and new releases and this and that. We had that box set.
For a band as important as the Beach Boys, it was shockingly ignored.
Well, look even how they released all of their albums.
Yeah,
they put 2 on every CD. We need budget Beach Boys CDs. We could have one each.
It's true.
It's kind of funny. They didn't get the treatment that other bands that I won't name names.
Just say it.
The Beatles.
You are full of hate. Anyway, no, but it's true. They really got short shrift. This era.
Yeah.
And in a way, actually, the Beach Boys on the whole, because they didn't just tour for the late 60s. They did everything.
All of them.
That's what we listened to.
Yeah, so we saved a little bit of cash getting all the records. Because they were 2 for 1.
Yes, then we had to buy them all over again on vinyl and other things as well, yeah.
8-track.
Yeah, we got the 8-tracks.
The mini disc.
Yeah, the reel to reel is in a box.
And there were all the concert footage on Laserdisc.
It was a special thing, and this album being to me right in the middle of that, because after Smiley Smile and Wild Honey, this is still Brian's album, but what's special about it is you're beginning to hear the other Beach Boys beginning to write songs.
They're starting to assert themselves.
You have Al and Dennis, and you will have Carl writing songs and Bruce Johnson writing songs. By Sunflower, they're all writing incredible songs.
Yeah, you have great variety and balance between all of the members.
It's sort of the second great age of the Beach Boys, when Brian is not, he's in and out, but you still have these albums that, maybe they're not flawless, but they have incredible moments, and with all the virtues that the Beach Boys bring.
Right, but Friends is still mostly exclusively Brian.
It's very much crafted by Brian, and the word for this album is serenity.
Oh, I think I say chillaxin.
It is possibly the most serene Beach Boys record.
No, it is. It really gives off just a very laid back, quaint vibe.
This has a feeling of, a family playing music at home on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
That
we do.
Oh. But that is, and I feel like that was, of course, intentional, but it was something Brian really wanted to bring forward. You know, that in all of his desire to make sacred music, I mean, there are moments of, you know, bringing choral music in, but almost something more like the shape note singing. You know, if you ever listen to that, the response of the congregation, you know, the way that hits, and there is something of that in the Beach Boys, and here on this album, you know, on Wake the World, the way the harmonies hit you at times. There's this like flood of voices that reminds me of that, and yet it's all kind of pared down. It's all this domestic, you know. There's a wondrous simplicity about this album, and a grace, and you know, and that those are ultimately the Beach Boys' virtues. So in a way, this album epitomizes the Beach Boys. Now it may not be. I mean, it's a rather short album.
Maybe there aren't as like what you perceive of these grand orchestrated moments, but yet they are there. It's just, it's so well done and so like normal sized. You know, that like those beautiful just like otherworldly moments that happen on Beach Boys albums all the time.
And, you know, and finding the beauty in commonplace moments is a very difficult thing to do. Something Brian could do very well. We've talked about, you know, that Ray Davies is someone that can do that as well.
Yeah.
They're not, it's not that common. The greatest songwriters just, you know, can do that, and they do it often. Transcendental Meditation. I wouldn't have put it on this. That's the only thing that I would say. And because we listened to this with 2020, I really thought that was part of 2020.
Yeah. Well, I think the whole thing is one big album. Anyway.
In my head, it is still.
Yeah. But you know what's funny? What's funny about Transcendental Meditation is that it's like not a relaxed, quiet.
Well, it's true. Yes, the whole rest of the album is like tranquil,
focused, tranquil song.
Except for the thing about meditation, which
the song itself is like bombastic, like the opposite.
You and I both love the Beach Boys, 70s Beach Boys. If you go back through the channel, you know, you can find us talking about all of those records into the 90s, and you know, we don't really. I mean, the Beach Boys albums are like gifts, and we
treat them as such.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
You can be critical.
Not really.
But what's the point when you're talking about something like the Beach Boys? Like every extra album, even if it's not the greatest, has at least something on it that's worthwhile and makes it special, and I'm grateful to have it.
Every one of their albums has some of the virtues that they have. Yeah. So the things that we're talking about, as far as their approach, you know, the you know, the grace, everything that we just said, all the nonsense I just said that I can barely remember already.
Rewind. Hear it again.
All of that is present on every album in some amount. Yeah. So, you know, I really do believe that. So I mean, we're big fans of even those records. This album still though is quite special. Also, you know, love Smiley Smile, really hold that in high esteem, and yet this one is so perfectly in between. It's Brian, and you know, he did, you know, wax and wane over the next few years, in a number of ways.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But so it is Brian, and yet it's right in between where the Beach Boys were entering sort of like their second life, before the nostalgia stuff, before all that, when they actually had
the real focus on albums.
Yeah, this incredible artistry from the other songwriters in the band.
No, it's a great time for them. I mean, it's only 68. I mean, they have a lot ahead of them, a lot in front of them, a lot ahead of them.
I you know, it's perfect. It's a great album.
I agree. I'm glad we agree. Thanks so much for watching our discussion of Friends. Let us know what you think of this album in the comments. Make sure to like this video. Subscribe to States of Kingdoms, and we'll see you next time.